This is our greenhouse. This used to be our grandparents' house, but they're not alive anymore. So we've turned it into a garden. This is the first greenhouse. In here we've got some onions. As you can see, onions are doing well. We've got salad on the side. Not much of a salad now. And we've got some carrots here. They're still young and developing. And this is where we start the plants. So we seed the plants into these little boxes. And then once they develop, we take them and plant them into the ground. That's where I'm gonna take you now, into the other greenhouse. And you'll see the tomatoes here. Some of the tomatoes are starting to bloom, as you can see. This is the first line of tomatoes, and here we've got two more lines, younger ones. On the side, as you can see, we've got more onions, just so we can use the space. Nothing goes to waste. Last night temperature went to minus, so you see all these covers, all these duvies. We use these duvies to place them on top of the tomatoes, otherwise they would have frozen and that would have been a big problem. And we come out here, you see here, this used to be where the grandparents' house was, but then it was taken down as there was some structural damage to it. See this big bucket here? In this big bucket we put nettle and water, and then we keep it there for a month, and then we use the water, we drain the water from the nettle, and we use it to spray the tomatoes and all the vegetables. This is so we can keep the vegetables free from any bugs, any illnesses, and it also gives minerals to the plants. Here I'll show you. So this water here there used to be nettle in there. We've taken the nettle out, and now it's just water that we use to spray the plants. Here's some salad. I just want to show you the salad. We didn't start the salad early this year. Maybe next year we'll have to do better. Here, salad. You can see we just take the leaves out, we leave the actual plant in there, and then more leaves come out. What we've got here is, I'm going to show you. I forgot the English name for this. I apologize. They're very tasty. Just gonna go and wash it and taste it. But in the meantime, I'm gonna show you what we've got here as well. So you see these white buckets? We fill these white buckets with water from the well. We keep the water in there for like 1 or 2 days, just so the water can warm up. Otherwise, if you water the plants with cold water straight from the well, it will damage the plants. So see this. We fill it up, and then from here there's another little pipe that goes to the greenhouses, and that's how we that's how we water the plants. Here, show you that. There's another green house with cucumbers just around the corner here. These are the cucumbers that we planted this week. Again, as you can see, the white covers, we covered them last night because of the minus temperature. And here we've got some outside plants. This is where we've got the cabbage. I don't know if you can see it. This is cabbage. There's more tomato in here. I'm not sure what this is. We need to work on this one here. Now I'm gonna take you to the potatoes. Again, just before we go to the potatoes, as you can see, there's a big white bucket that we fill up with water, leave the water in there for a few days to warm up, and then that's how we water the plants. We had to cover the potatoes last night with anything that we had to keep the plants alive. As you can see, this one is from the other day. There was minus temperature, and this one's got damaged as we didn't cover it. But then last night we covered most of it and we managed to save the plants. These are the stuff that we covered the plants with. There's more of it over there. Potatoes are actually doing well, look. Nice and green. There's more onions out here. Onions are actually fine in the cold. And this is it really. This is our little farm greenhouse that we managed to turn into a greenhouse. It used to be an actual place where our grandparents used to live. It was all covered in these trees and bushes, but then we managed to clean it up. All right, let's try this now, see how it tastes. First I need to wash it. Plants are nice and crispy. I forgot what they're called in English. Usually when you buy them from the shop, they have no taste. But here, when you have them homegrown, they're a bit sour as well. But if you get them from the shop, they don't taste of anything. But homegrown, they're crispy and they're a bit sour, which is lovely to taste. I'm gonna have to look at the name, but I have no network. Can't remember what they're called. Well, this is it from Bulgarian greenhouse cottage. Alright, so we're gonna leave all this stuff here for tonight because we might have to cover the plants again. I've just tidied it up and put it on the side for a little on the side, so it's a bit tidy. What I wanted to show you is the beehives. Just quickly. Something that we're looking to get started again. So basically we had about 3 years ago, we had about 35 beehives and they all died. I don't think we've got any bees here. So when we decided to come back to Bulgaria a few years ago, we got the beehives, but we were traveling forward and backwards from England to Bulgaria and we didn't really look after them properly, which is a shame, big mistake. But now we've decided that we're going to commit to it and we're going to get some new beehives soon. All this here will need to be cleaned up, tidied up. And I think we're going to get 5 beehives this year. I don't think there's any. I think all these boxes are empty. I don't think there's any. Oh, I can see some bees going in there, but there's not that many. And the other issue this year is there was snow. It was snowing early April, so all the flowers and trees got covered with snow, and there will be not much food for the bees this year, but we'll see. All right, where we're gonna go now is we're gonna go and see the neighbors. They don't come here often, but they're here today to clean up and to look after the house. So I'm just gonna go and see how they're doing. They're a lot busier than I am, that's for sure. It's a big house to look after, and if you don't look after it, then you're gonna end up with lots of bushes. Брачет, кажи здрасти за камерата. Снимам селския живот.
Така. Нека да видят гражданите как живеят селените.
Гледай какво прави. Ще го пратя на Дидо. Стига да стояло казан лък.
Селените да видят как живеят.
Да.
Давам.
На английски ще го пускам после, да знаеш, има субтитри. Гледай какво прави.
Аз ще имам в профила. Достига англичаните да видят.
See, they're planting potatoes. Alright, so this is my neighbor and my cousin as well. He is currently planting potatoes. A lot more potatoes than us. Снимаме. He's telling me to.
Как е картофи на английски?
Potato. Yeah. Yeah, they've been planted into the ground. As you can see, they've been watered as well. A lot smaller than our ones. There's more. He's got a lot of work to do. Plant them in, but he doesn't live here. He just comes every now and then. There's more onions out here. Onions are easy to look after. this is a tree. It's a pear tree, and what it says is it's 100 years tree. Can you imagine that? 100 years. I don't think if it's got any actual fruits, but the tree is 100 years. That's amazing. I remember this tree since I was little, since I used to come here when I was like 7, 8, and everyone used to talk about it. Alright, we're off now. Can I film and cycle at the same time? Oh, on this off-road, we'll see. Alright, ready? Jesus Christ, that was a pheasant. That was a female pheasant. Scared the out of me. So now we're going towards the river. I don't want to go all the way to where the river is, because the road is quite bumpy and it is windy. So I don't know if you can hear well. This field here is all planted with corn. People used to live here, but not anymore. This is like towards the end of the cottage. Look at the high beeves over there. It's about 100 beehives. I don't know if you can see it, the blue boxes. I cannot zoom in now. Yeah. We used to go up this road when I was young with my granddad and with the horse, but there's no more road over there. And here we are. Wrong turn. This is the last house of the cottage. And we're going towards the river now. The road is bumpy and it's not easy to cycle, especially if you have sciatica. But the view is so nice, so I've got to show you the river. There's two ways, you can go either left or right. Left, I don't think we're gonna be able to go through there, so therefore we're gonna take the bumpy road up the hill. Come on, we can do it. All right, so here we are. If we take right, then we're pretty much going towards the forest. But where we want to go is towards the river, so we're taking left. I'm gonna show you now. This is scary, especially driving with one hand, an old bike that has no brakes, by the way. Yeah, no brakes. Shh. No brakes. Oh. Easy, tiger. I've got fishermen's. Alright, finally we managed to get here. I haven't got much battery, so we're gonna have to be quick. Somebody used to look after this place a few years ago, but they've stopped, and now it's all covered in trees and bushes. Can't really see much here, so we're gonna go downstairs in a minute. There's a ship going past. For me, this is the best part of the cottage. Let's quickly go down before my phone dies. For me, this is the best part of the cottage. It's literally 5 minutes away, and this is where you end up. The smell, I love the smell. Such a strong smell, like fishy smell. Not fishy like in a bad way, like fresh fish. So nice. So many people that come here fishing from the whole country. Sometimes there will be no space for you to like come and fish. You have to come during the week. If you come during the weekend, it's all packed. And this is my hometown over there where you can see them buildings. But this is a lovely place, guys. I love it here. It's a bit windy today. I don't know if you can hear well, but now we have to get back to the cottage and make our way to the city after. Beautiful.